Bip, Bob. Okay, here we go. So hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Let me. Yep, there we go. I turned that off. Okay, now I have put. We have a friend. We just have to put friend on the screen because putting friends on screens is a very good thing. Let's go to this one. Nope, not that one. We want that. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Artifacts of Romulus. You can see we're in a bit of tricky thing, but yes. So we do this. We should have, if I set this up correctly, we should have nobody on screen. The rest of you should be there. There we go! Yay! Now we just put you over here. We have everybody on screen. Now we just squish you down a little bit to fit the box. Yeah.
Am I still good?
Yeah. Okay. Well, no,
Or do I need to adjust my phone?
Can you? Is it possible for nobody to scooch ever so slightly to your sideways? Yes, that's sideways. Good sideways. It's a good sideways. And I just there we go. More or less, and then we just scooch a little bit more. Ta-da! This is a little live behind the scenes. We are. You are. Let's see. Can I? Not that. That would be not good. Let me scooch if I can see you. Nope. That is about as tall as it's getting. Okay. Can you tilt upward a little bit so I can see the top of your head? Okay. Welcome to our audience. This is all of us. There you go. Beautiful. So we have a very lovely cast. All see each other. I need to scoot back a little bit and see me better, but that's all right. Welcome on. And actually, if I scooch this down, since you're above me, I can scooch me down a little bit, and then that does complicate. I might have to put me back. No, but then I put This is just no, not that. Okay. No, this is good. We'll just let that be exist. Okay. Oh, you kitty. Hi. So welcome everyone to All on the Table, Artifact of Romulus. If we want a little more authenticity, I will work on that. In the meantime, let me introduce. So starting to my right.
With our keeper?
Yes. Start with the keeper. So on the far right, we have in the corner we have Jenny, who is our GM and Awesome Sauce, and is the brainchild of all of our Romulan nonsense. So why don't you introduce yourself and something? Say something cool. Sorry, I didn't give you guys warning. We're gonna.
Happy Pride Month to everybody out there in Twitch land.
Yeah.
We are the group of Artifacts of Romulus. I am the keeper, Jenny, and let's see, Ashikara from Tamriel is liable to say it is their catchphrase. Cheese.
Alright.
I had to do it. I've been playing a lot of Strolls.
What's this?
Okay.
And to your immediate left, this way on stream. No, it's the other way. But we have Nick, who is playing our intrepid dwarf, Sorknir. You want to introduce you and Sorknir?
Yes, hello. I'm Nick. I am playing Sorknir Starcaller, our resident dwarf, looking to reunite his homeland, which is split between his two warring families of his birth.
There we go.
And continuing it on, passing it right down below me to Nobody who was
Yeah.
playing.
So I'll be in this season. I'll be playing the role of Fiona Woodwust, the Indian druid who is getting more and more frustrated with all this being underground.
Yeah. Okay. So. I probably should do that. I'm guessing that should help with nope. That should help with echo if we do it right. If anyone is in the chat, they can let me know if that is helping with echo or is that good. Okay. I think that's you, right? Or if it isn't, hi, welcome to the stream.
I'm listening into the stream audio periodically.
Yes.
So that's me reporting back in.
I was gonna say I thought I recognized the username. Cool. So welcome everyone. Yes, I missed last week, and apparently, well,
A lot happened.
yes. You guys are exploring the catacombs, and
Not the catacombs, technically.
not okay.
The catacombs were like 2 sections.
Right, we went down into the underground city. Very cool.
We're in the deep realm.
Yes, the deep underground, the ruins of the thing with the cool elevator, and all of that. And apparently, I got shanghaied away by a random rune on the floor, from what I've been told. So that's exciting. So you know, always fun. Okay, where do you want to start? Because you're actually running this thing. Oh shoot, I am an idiot. But yes.
What'd you do?
I put me in the box where the GM goes because I was hosting, so I figured I should do that, and then I realized I really should have put the GM in the GM box. So, I did not think that through.
It's finally.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. We are. So, Fiona and Sarkir.
Oop, just lost audio on the stream.
Did that fix it, or no?
Or, nope, just for Jenny.
So Jenny, right. Or now I can hear you. Briefly, but you're back as far as I can hear.
I'm not hearing it on the stream.
It might be something on my end. Let's see. It might be something on my end. My God, video A. Did I,
Oh, nope, there, it just came through. My bad.
Okay.
Okay.
I know I'm muted. That way I don't get, it's to keep the echo down, on my end.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so
Noted. All right.
I need to adjust how fast that information is transmitted. I do not recommend living through several hundred lifetimes in a matter of seconds. My head hurts. Sorknir, for once, not nearly as eloquent as you're used to. He seems to have been just driven to the point of simplicity. I seem to have attained most of the knowledge of my ancestors. We will see how fast the recall is of any particular points, but I do seem to know what the rulers that came before me understood. For the more immediate moment, and he moves his hand and feels some motion, and he continues to raise his hand up, and the Palantir raises up out of his satchel. I seem to be able to control the seeing orb. This may prove handy. And he brings his hand back down and puts it back in.
Part. That sounds great.
I see that I did not explain a key detail. I can see through its vision if I so choose. The ability to see around corners is quite handy. What are you, creature? The accursed Karen. I have heard of their kinds. Much feared. We could have taken him.
Ah, that is extremely worth knowing. Okay.
Oh, okay. $17. A guideline to where? Do I know? To Stark Newton. Apparently, it feels. A fallback system seems to be designed to bring us back to our wayward team members. Perhaps we will find Yorick this way. Indeed. I wish a few of these leaders had paid more attention to that system. He can't help but give a little bit of a chuckle in response as the two of you as he sets off. As they approach, I set them to various. Ah, okay. So they're stationary. Okay. Uh, that's not an analogy that I want to be walking past. Sure. Okay. Okay. But they're not activating. It's just the pods are like lighting up, kind of a thing. Then. Okay. Sure. Okay. As they approach, Sorknir begins assigning them repair and cleanup tasks for the city to get them underway. He puts them to work as supervisors and gives them asks if they have authority to start organizing this. Not authority, knowledge. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. Sure. Okay. I motion for them to walk with us the way that the other scholar had when it had led us around. The auto turnaround. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Right. Very well. I have two missing companions currently. Of which do you speak? The Harengon was taken by a mysterious creature. It did not, unfortunately. Oh, that's right. It did tell us this was Karen. I thought it was calling itself a Karen as a type, but not actually declaring its name. Okay. It spoke of a strange name I had only heard in passing. A Karen. Keep up. What is going on? Sorknir doesn't. He's beyond. He's tired of this at this point. He says keep up and keeps walking and knows that they'll get over themselves in a moment and and, and come after him. That is my recollection. Along with my blazing eye. One, two, three, and low. What was I saying? What was Sorknir saying? Sorknir was saying that was agreeing about the creature, about the Karen, and speaking to its one eye as well that he saw. With the scroll, like looking through it. Ah, okay. Just displays it on the screen for you. I do not know this. What is your purpose? Never mind. I think I know. Sorknir feels much safer. Well, plus this is one of like the large statues, right? So this thing is enormous, anyways. These are dwarf size. These are regular dwarf size statues. Ah, okay. 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 Do they activate as Iolna and I come close? As Iolna and Sorgmir come close? Okay. Would. Okay. Ah, okay. So the way is blocked from getting to the doors directly now. Sure. I look to the one dwarf scholar that's with the scroll scroll and tablet that's still with us, and how do we remove this obstacle? I need to get past those swords. Yes. And I bring up the my bocce ball of seeing. No, I he moves his hand and has it rise up out of the pouch and has it start moving forward towards the door. Mm-hmm. Okay. Those guards are huge. Gotcha. Okay. 18 on Sorknir's Constitution saving throw. Sorknir raises up his shield in time and just forgets to say absolutely anything to Iolna, so she's taken completely unawares. Any concussive waves and things have to get directly to you, so you would be deadening the impact by preventing some area of the waves. Yep. Everything has to move to air to get to you. Stand down, sword down in the ground. Okay. And I assume that leaves us enough room to get through then to the door. Okay. I Sarknir turns to Iolna while her ears are bleeding. Oh, go ahead, sorry. What'd you say? Are her ears working well again, or are they still ringing? You saw Sorknir's lips moving, Iolna, through like the concussive blast shortly afterwards, and all you hear is A1, but it's that might be a bit too much showmanship. Remember, I told you you can't tell anyone I said that. As he walks past, as he continues walking towards the door. He only hears about like the second half of Sorknir basically admitting for once that might have been a little bit too much showmanship on the dwarf's part. He stops and looks up at it. I may have to make some edits. They continue walking forward. So, Sorkner begins laughing a short time afterwards and turns into a belly laugh before he goes, on the other hand, it appears I was not alone in that opinion. Almost heartening. I'm glad to see the wisdom is riding off on you. Rubbing off. Okay. This is just proper dwarven construction as far as Sorgnir is concerned. This is back to normal. Possible. Where is the blue line? Okay. I do not feel the need for additional arms in this place, at least. I think we should continue on and come back to these once we have located our companion. Ditzy, come. Is this Ditzy is the servitor, or is this Froze? And I'm forgetting that name. Ah, um, Ditzy. Oh well, that's no good. And then at that point he runs. So once he thought he could just leave her there, and now that she starts gnawing on the hellfire, he runs over oh nope. That's it's that moment of pet time where it suddenly becomes not okay to wait any longer to deal with the situation when you thought you had time, and so he sprints over there to pull Ditzy back while emanating magic. Just every trick in the book of no, calm down. We don't do that. Come back. Um, I will apply Arcana to the magical up to the natural and logical magical upchuck location of Ditzy to attempt to get her to spit back up the knife, if such a thing exists. But surely such great learned people such as Sorknir and Fro programmed in such a possibility. Okay.
Okay.
A true conundrum for the ages.
Yeah. All right. We have a little bit of break. Let's see. It's 4. So I'm thinking in half an hour we do the break. Does that sound good? And did you? Let me check the. Oh, good. You got back automatically. Very cool.
Well, I just reloaded my page, so I was...
Yeah, but we lost you.
It was the freaking robot.
Ah, let me just see if I can nudge you a little bit. There you go. That's a little better. All right. I'm putting. I realized I never gave us name tags, so I'm working on that behind the scenes. But continue.
No. There we go. Yes, thank you. Looking for the mechanical Heimlich. Looking for the attempting to apply the arcane Heimlich maneuver. Okay. Does there appear to be any change to Nitsi, or did she just appear happy that she fed? Okay. Well, let's not tell Fro that I let you eat that. Yes. Oh, okay. So this is extra ammo now for it? Okay. Well, to be honest, I don't know how I feel about this anymore, Ditzy. Just come, let's continue. We need to keep moving. Okay. Well, at least it's happy. There are times that one must fight fire with fire. It is not easy tangling with deities and gods. One must take what power one may. He pauses and smirks. Well, often those deities hostile to us do have followers, and it is certainly easier if only one of the 3 people you shoot come back. Typical dwarven logic, typical dwarven cold logic of just improving the odds in their favor being a satisfactory reason for damning people. Jenny Sorkner went on to elaborate in his usual detail to Iolna the cold logic of using a Hellfire shotgun to even up odds with a deity and its non-deific followers, and how this pretty much ends the issue. As unfortunately, despite Iolna's obvious logical, ethical misgivings to it, Sorknir does not entertain these as a dwarf, and explains this cold logic of this brings it 3-1, turns it back to 1-1. Therefore, Sorknir happy, and dwarfs happy. Does Ditzy follow Sorknir now that okay? So we continue along. Sorknir continues along the blue path then. If you have an insight to share, I would have you share it. Specify. Sorknir asked for. Sorknir asked for clarification. It was hard to make out the very beginning of that, but definitely for the devolving argument, Sorknir just crosses his arms and stands there looking displeased at his servants arguing with each other instead of coming to some sort of useful conclusion. It was before that we couldn't hear. I missed the actual accusation itself of what it is that they're accusing each other of.
Eating hellfire missiles, I would guess, but that
yeah, it was something about the displacement, not seeing the Steel Defender do something. Okay, never mind. Then didn't miss anything. Okay, good, perfect. I thought that we had missed audio. Okay, then we're caught up, and yeah, Sorknir is just standing there, arms crossed, looking very displeased. If either of them can catch facial expressions. We hadn't discussed it, but no, he would have left it, keeping following in front of him, kind of scouting a few feet in front, since we used it into the barracks. glad I. I'm going to need to remember how to do that on command. Very handy. And he concentrates again and has it push and has them like refocus them, and and we continue walking. He he waves it off, and it's just walks and just keeps walking. Then. Yep. Okay. 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 Is this an open door then? Like, or like, am I seeing into the room, or is this above like the doorway, and this is a symbol? Okay. Okay. Ah, the gem is above the seal. You said. Okay. Gotcha. 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 Okay. Cool. Um. Okay. Circ. Even better. Okay. Gotcha. Sorknir motions for the Palantir. Yeah, feeds like directly then to the gem. Okay. So Sorknir motions for the Palantir to rise up and move in front of the seal to approximately where it was able to shine light at the previous locations. Okay. 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 And Sorknir focuses with the circlet in order to see what it's. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. What has Sorknir learned? Okay. I uh Sarknir begins reading it off and starts with, I'm not exactly sure why we're here in front of. Oh, never mind. And this is the trial. This is another trial. And with that, he attempts to. Sure, he translates that towards. He translates it more effectively towards the end there, that it's the one of the other trials, and hopefully a location of our companion. And with that, he attempts to open the door. Okay. Okay. What does my okay? I hold my glowing hand up to the orb. So just like slightly above like the I put both of my hands on the door. On both doors. Okay. I put both hands on the one door. I query the crown for answers. Sarknir ponders it for a moment. Hmm. And he turns back. Yolna, I believe it may take both of us to open this. Can you please touch the other door? I must agree with that statement. And, okay.
That would be me. Also.
It's kind of like a U shape.
I kind of see what you mean. So it's got the two legs that are sort of like.
It goes like this, and then like the bottom, the. Actually, no, wait.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So the curve.
That sort of tracks. Okay. And I'm guessing based on.
You are.
Unconscious or conscious?
Unknown. We are going to do a flashback.
Okay, it is about halfway through, roughly. It's a little less than halfway through, but if we're about to start a flashback, oh, yeah, because well, let's see, it hits. Yeah, we have an hour and a half more, essentially, and and then we had an hour and well, it would have been slightly more than about an hour and 20 minutes if we'd started on time. So, do you want to do a break now or after the flashback?
Let's do the break now, and then because the flashback might take a little bit.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, because it's just getting sort of close to when we might do the break. All right, so everyone who's watching, which is very few of you, but still appreciate all of you. What we're gonna do is I'm going to put us to a break screen for a little bit, and hopefully I spelled Sorkner right. And then we're gonna be back by 4:30. 8 minutes, is that enough? Like this is a nice even point to come back to. And then we will figure out what the heck is happening with Yorick. And I'm excited to find out. I have a little bit of foreknowledge, but not quite. So we shall see how that goes. I'm humped. It's been pretty cool so far. So everyone give me 3 minutes. 1, 2, boop. Let's jam. Okay. There we go. Ta-da. It is all lined up. You can see everyone. We have our little nameplate thing. Hopefully I spelled Sorkner right. Hello and welcome back, everyone. We are Artifacts of Romulus. Yep. We are just back from our break, and we are about to figure out what happened to Yorick. Because he is now maybe unconscious, maybe not. And apparently, while he got up to something crazy while that was going on, and we're about to find out now what it was. So I'm excited about this. I got some preview as Yorick's player, but not complete preview, so we'll see how it goes. Welcome. We have all our people. So what happened to Yorick? Flashback time, yes?
Your character is... How do I explain this? Trying to figure out how to explain this. It's not easy. So you were when your character was I guess teleported would be the way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
You pretty much showed up in the in that room, and you could not leave.
Could not move.
No, not move, leave.
Could not leave. Okay.
You were stuck in the room.
Figures. Alright. Well, so, that's, if I ended up in the room and I couldn't leave, I'd probably just, and the chair was still there when I arrived. Is it just the chair? What else is in the room? Out of curiosity.
There's an armor stand, a bed, a desk.
Okay.
Not much else, to be honest.
Can I go pilfering through the desk to see what might be in there?
Roll investigation.
All right. Ooh, I get to have actual D. I have my dice. I've been keeping them. Which one should I use? Let's see. I should probably bust out the pride set, but you know what? Right now, we're gonna use this one. Don't betray me. That's yep. Okay, that's a 17 plus 0. I do not have investigation skills. Open up your character sheet to be sure, but definitely at least a 17 because I know I don't have any negative modifiers. So, whatever that's worth. What do I find? Yep, 17.
Bag of copper coins.
Okay.
With a couple silvers mixed in.
Alright, okay, so I got the little bag of copper coins, some electrum coins, some, platinum even, but no papers or,
Any papers you found kind of disintegrate on touch.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna, as soon as one of them disintegrates, I'm going to stop touching them and try and read whatever's underneath it without touching it. If it's in a position I can do that.
It is, unless you want to try to decipher the paper, you cannot initially read it.
Huh. Door is locked. I'm stuck in here. There's papers. They go away when you touch them. This is very frustrating. Do I have my ice sprite with me?
Your Emirian is with you, yes.
Can he go under the door? Because he can get very flat, right?
Yes, it can, but at the same time, there's not enough space under the door for him to...
Of course there's not. Alright. And on the armor stand, is there any armor?
There is a set of armor on there.
Cool. Oh!
It is ornate, but functional.
That's good. I have magic skills. I keep forgetting that, hang on. Let's see, what do I got? I have a whole, let's see, I have spells. I have detect magic. I start with that. Seems like a sensible start.
Use it.
Just because, you know, detect magic is a good spell to have.
How does it work?
Detect magic. Basically, I can focus on anything in the room, and anything that is in the room is magic, and if I focus on it, I can get the, let me look this up. Yeah, I get a general, anything that's magical in the room will glow, and sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. Use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. You can learn the school of magic if you focus. Penetrate most batters if it's 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of dirt or wood. So probably can't do much on the outside because the walls are stone, but anything in the room, unless it's specifically shielded, surrounded by a good inch of metal, which is not a small amount, or surrounded by lead. I don't know if keeping magical things in lead-lined boxes is generally tradition to keep for just this reason. It blocks scrying. But yeah, if there's anything magical in the room, I can see that it's magic, and I can sense the school of magic, unless it's really, really weird and unusual and using a completely different system, in which case I'd kind of get that vibe, presumably.
There is quite a bit of magic in this room.
Aha. Now we're getting somewhere. What sort of magics? I'm guessing the door is magical?
Yes and no. The door itself isn't magic. There is a mechanism inside the door that is magic.
Nothing inside the door.
No, the door itself isn't magic. It's a mechanism in the door.
Okay,
like
so
the lock on the door.
The lock's magical, the door's not. Gotcha. Anything else? The desk, the coins, the bed, the armor, any of it?
The coins are not magic. The bed is not magic, but the what's it called? The armor is.
Ooh, okay. I'm guessing some sort of abjuration.
What is abjuration?
The protection one, if I recall correctly. Evocation 11 for your friends. The dying, or you could just specially break them. Abjuration keeps you safe and almost makes your armor fair. Yep. That is the way you remember Schools of Magic, is that song. Abjuration is the defensive shield, protection from elements, any kind of mage armor, the block stuff one, which I would hypothetically think that would be really useful, unless it's evocation, and if you get hit, it blasts fire, which would be really cool. But I don't know what it does, and yeah, unless it does something that's not related to armory stuff, which is very possible. That's why I'm, but anything like extra bonus protection buffs would be abjuration. That's why I'm thinking.
Kinda, yeah.
And if it's something else other than abjuration, then it's really weird, and I am very curious. But I also do not have identify, so there's that. That was probably, well, I'm a sorcerer. I only got so many. Oh. Oh. I feel bad doing this as a player, but as a character, this is the best bet I have. I'm going to Misty Step. I'm going to grab the Amarian just to make sure it comes with me, and we're going to Misty Step out of the room. Or I'm going to try to cast Misty Step. How many spell slots do I have? Probably should have written that down. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I do have that written down. Okay, I have 3 of those, so that's good. Can I Misty Step out, or is there something blocking that?
Misty Step?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot Misty Step out of this room.
Of course not. But it was worth it to find out, because that's the obvious answer. Okay. I also don't have Dispel, which would have been really handy right about now.
The magic that is on the door is an unknown school.
Gotcha. Okay. So the armor's got some aberration. So the armor's probably magic armor. The door is the weird one. That's the main problem here. Because the paper can't be read. The door's locked. I'm stuck until I can figure out how to open the door, essentially. And that's the only two things in the room that are magic are the door and the little locking mechanism on the door. Not even the door itself. And the armor, right?
There is one other. It is... I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
Is it like a scrying orb that's kind of there, but... or is it...
There are a couple weapons that are nearby that have enhancement enchantments on them.
Weapons in the room or just on the other side of the wall?
In the room. In the room.
Okay. Weapons. What kind of weapons?
And the chair.
And the chair's magical. That's worth knowing. So the chair, the armor, the locking mechanism, and a few weapons. Let's see. What do I got? What kind of weapons do we got?
There are a couple. There's an axe. There's a gambit of weapons in the room that are magical.
All right.
Well, some are magical, some aren't. There is a sword that no one could actually lift. Realistically, unless the sword was magical itself.
Ah, huge ass anime sword. Okay, gotcha. Are there any hand axes that are magical?
There is one.
All right, I'm going to snag that.
But it is embedded in the chair.
Of course it is. I'm gonna try.
Arm of the chair.
Can I try to yank it out?
Roll me the Arcana and Strength.
Arcana and Strength. Okay, we're gonna keep this dice because it did well. This one, I think, is the other one. Yeah, that's a good one. So Arcana with the glittery one. Not my greatest skill. I don't even have Arcana, so, yeah, Yorick does not understand how... Yeah, Yorick does not understand so much how magic works. Well, that's still a 14 for the Arcana, and for Strength, would just be a basic check.
Yes.
8.
It is a...
Yeah, 8.
check.
Yorick is stronger than average, but not that strong. He's tough and charismatic, not that strong. So 8 for the strength check, and 14 for the Arcana.
You fail on both.
Of course I do. All right. So
You failed by 1 on the Arcana check.
You know, that's okay. It's more interesting if you fail. All right. So what happens?
DC 15.
So what happens because I fail? In my own ignorance.
So you're trying to yank it out. When you try to yank it out, with the way that the axe is, you fall onto the chair.
All right. Does that do anything? Because I know the chair is magical. Does it do anything when I'm ended up as I'm scrambling to catch my balance? And
yes and no. The chair kind of glows a little bit, but it's kind of a comforting glow.
Huh. No pain or weird tingly feelings or anything like that. Just the chair is glowing now.
Well, it does have a tingly feeling, but it's not like negative.
Okay. What's...
It's kind of like a feeling of familiarity.
Okay, what school of magic is the chair?
It's an unknown school.
Of course it is. All right. Fair enough.
Same
Okay.
with the lock, and there are a couple enchantments on the armor. A couple of them are abjuration, a couple of them are unknown.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, take a deep breath, and I'm gonna try and apply leverage from sitting in the chair. Get better leverage to try to pull the hand axe out, because that seems to have.
So you're gonna try to push it out?
Yeah, from underneath, kind of.
Give it another strength check.
All right.
And Arcana.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use the same dice for the... Alright, well, strength is 14 on this one. Arcana is 5.
You fail again.
Yeah, figures.
You do flip yourself over, though.
Uh-huh. So I end up on the floor?
No, you are still on the chair. But you were kind of on your stomach. Now you're on your back.
Okay. I'm gonna deep breath and climb into the chair properly. Like, just sit down properly. Because clearly this chair is just...
You have now activated the chair.
Figures. But it's got good vibes, and...
Roll? I'd say Constitution... And...
Okay.
So Constitution check, not save.
Check, not save. I'm still pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, 16, plus. 18. I am. Those are my 2 weakest stats, but I will roll for them anyway. Going int on the... Well, Wisdom is a 13 and the int is a 3. So... Wisdom, 13, I think. No, Wisdom 12, int 3.
Okay,
I need new dice is what I need. We're using you, because you are over here. Let's try you for the next check. Okay.
Crap, I have to reset.
Me? Or someone else?
Oh, crap. Yeah, I do have to reset.
Okay. Jam is resetting. Alright, take this moment to thank you all for coming. We're back down to 3. We had 4 for a while, so someone was watching. Appreciate you all. Whoever you might be. And whoever watches the VOD later. Also appreciate you.
Okay, testing.
I can hear you. A 3. Yeah. Yorick is
Which
very...
one was the 3?
I had that one as intelligence.
Okay, crap. Sorkner? I don't got my dice on me, and I don't have the capacity to roll dice at the moment. Could you roll, 2 20s, please?
Ooh.
I'm gonna get my GM dice for this roll. You got a 19 and a 14.
Now those I'm good at. I'm taking this new dice. Hopefully it does not betray me. Not bad. It does not betray me. Let's see. 17.
On roll?
No. I would guess Constitution or Strength as a Jotun, but I would think Constitution, right? because that's what we're known for, and also that's what I got bonuses in and stuff. I would say con, but I don't. You never gave me one specifically, so if you think Jotun,
I didn't mean like a stat. I meant, did I give you a? Sorry, how did I explain it to you?
We've been treating it as kind of this thing that is central to you. So I think Yorick was on the right track for what you would be considering for him.
Okay, yeah, okay. So,
or kind of like, or you could consider it more the career if you really wanted to. So you could go the charisma route, of course. So it's of course up to you. This is very much a home rule kind of thing that you've come up with for us.
Right. But it was a
because for me, it's my history checks primarily and intelligence, which history I had already had natively as a talent, and we've kind of expanded that into intelligence and arcana.
I think probably
depending, as long as it's also been about the race. There we go. That's the other key.
I think
that
the
probably to do with
the skills I have that are tied to Jotunness are probably like survival and maybe animal handling. You could stretch it, but mostly survival. Okay. That fits. I think this is good vibes. Okay.
Advantage.
Oh, added. Ooh, I like advantage.
That's the key part, Yorick, is that you will get advantage always when.
That makes sense.
Jenny explains that it's going to be a Jotun kind of check.
Okay, well that would be a 17. Hang on, 19. A 19. Alright, so how to survive and, probably, tapping into, instinct. Okay, we studied this.
Tapping into your innate Jotun.
Yes, it's okay, when we were studying out in the ice when I was young, and I actually did, what are our training, what did we learn, what did,
Or even ancestral.
Yeah, growing up in the depths of the north with other Jotuns, what did we learn as kids, what can help us, that sort of mindset. And I got a 19, so hopefully something good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As that is happening, as you were going into your text took the whole time when you other than when
I finally realized, okay, clearly this chair is probably, significant, and I probably have to, not try for the axe. This probably is not working. I need to calm down. Huh. Okay. That is definitely a, does it feel like anything, or do I, because I might not...
the blade of the axe, too.
Uh-huh.
You don't see it on...
Interesting. Do I feel it on my shoulder? Because I'm not looking at my shoulder directly.
No.
Not good to know. Okay. I'm going to take deep breaths.
You don't see it.
Alright, I'm going to take deep breaths and try to feel, tap into my own innate magic, the innate magic of the chair, and see if I can't figure out what I'm supposed to be doing with this. And then, as I'm doing that, I'm guessing the door opens, and...
The door is open, you are glowing so, you were...
Gotcha. Okay. Do I get any kind of instinct on what I'm supposed to do with this?
You do not know anything.
So I kind of blink, and I don't realize I'm glowing, but I see them, and the door is open, which is good. Good. Door is open. I'm gonna send my Emirian out immediately past them because when I go, because I don't know if that door will stay open if I try to do something. If the room has an intrinsic desire to keep me or to trap people here, I don't know. I want him to get out of here before we risk it closing again. Then, stand up. And tug lightly at this hand axe. Because I remember old fairy tales.
The second your hand lays on it, it kind of feels like you will be able to lift it.
Okay. So give it a nice...
You wrap your hand, you wrap your fingers around the handle, and you know you can take it out.
Okay. Well, then we'll take it out. And I'll kind of turn to the others. So I found some magical things. Okay, armor. I'm guessing, is the symbol, is there any kind of, is the ornate, symbology of the armor, similar with the sword and the feather, that iconography? Because you said the armor had some ornate detailing.
Oh, no, that's a sword with wings.
Yes, the sword with wings. There's a similar pattern on the armor with one, yeah, it's like they're, like the two different colored wings, or like sword blades, or something abstract representation, anything like that, or is it a completely different pattern?
It has kind of a feel of it is now yours kind of thing.
Huh.
It doesn't have that iconography on it, but it does have a feeling of being yours.
All right. Okay, that's a good start. Sorknir, do you have a... There's a spell that some of the other Jotuns knew. You know spells, right? You have a summon 8 magics.
I have knowledge of many arcane intellects, yes.
There's a spell that my brother knew it. I didn't, because he's smart and I'm not. You look at a magic item and you know what it does. It's identity, something like that. Do you know that spell?
I do not have that offhand, no. We would need to take it somewhere to concentrate and understand its secrets.
But it can be done, right?
Of course.
I'm not so good at that either. So I don't know what it does. I feel like I should put it on. If I lose the ability to cast spells, though, I guess I can just... Has there been any trouble? Where's Rafe? Where's Rafe?
Yes. A monster named Karen.
Yeah, okay. Alright, monster. And teleported away, or did they run? Because if they ran, we can track them.
Abducted.
Of course. Okay, right. I have an axe. I think the magic do you know when you touch something and the magic just works with your magic, and you know it's setting up properly and it wasn't before, and you know that thing? Do you know what I mean?
Sorknir lets out a healthy and hearty belly laugh in response from all of the different magics that he has put up with over the past few days of adventuring down here. Yes, I know exactly what you mean, friend Yorick.
Okay, well, I have an axe, and I think it's bonded to me. I'm going to. Is it possible to attach it where I have the other two axes attached to my, I don't know, like a thigh holster? Would that be possible? Well, I. No. That. Um.
And kind of like dangles on the armor.
Alright, I think I have to put this armor on. If I become unable to cast spells, um, I might be less useful to you, but I think it has to be done. At least for now. Until I'm going to put it on, I know it's a risk, but I think it has to be done.
We are in a safe place. You may freely experiment and change back if you need to.
Okay, there hasn't been any other monsters or creatures that have been dangerous that we might need to fight.
The only dangers we have faced have come from the facility itself protecting its secrets.
Right, armor. Except Wraith. If we have to fight the Karen, or Karen, the creature.
Yes, except for whatever that creature was. But it has not shown any interest in us since. I believe that to be a Harangon problem.
Yes, but we still have to get Rafe back, right? We can't just let Rafe be dragged off to nowhere.
Of course. No self-respecting dwarf leaves a comrade behind.
But
That is a fair point. Can we see, Jenny, can we see the tattoo on Yorick? Speaking of which, Iolna, Servitor, is that the symbol that you had shown me earlier? The remaining one we had not yet seen? And I assume they freak out when they see the remaining symbol now that has appeared. Ah, well, okay. Well, that is certainly a more pleasant reaction than I was expecting. Servitors, right. What does this mean to you, this symbol appearing?
Another question: how did you end up with follow people? There's a word for that. I'm blanking on it. How did you end up with...
I have become the master of this domain.
How?
Yes.
And Yorick will kind of glance back at the chair that very much likes him. And... Uh-huh. Okay. And I'm going to put the armor on. The first thing we're going to try is, once this armor is on, I'm going to try and cast... start something simple. Dancing Lights. I had message. I could have tried that. But I'm going to pull up Dancing Lights. Does the spell work? Okay, that's good. Because sometimes armor interferes with spellcasting. And that's why I don't wear armor as a sorcerer normally, but apparently this doesn't. I'm guessing it's part of the magic of it, from what I can gather. Okay. That's good.
Surely so. The gods favor you, and have favored you with the role as my captain, it would seem.
Is there anyone in the city besides your train of? Are you? I'm gonna go up to one of them. Are you people?
They are not alive. They
well,
are
just because
constructs.
they're not alive doesn't necessarily mean they're
magical constructs. They can make decisions. The more notable ones, with the scrolls and the tablets, are more reliable sources of information. I would think now that you are captain of the guard, they will respond to you in some capacity.
Excellent. Safety. If I'm gonna be captain of the guard, are there any others? And are there any living citizens that we have to protect, find, heal, all of the important things rulers do?
Unfortunately, we are the first in centuries.
So we're not ruling
There
over.
is no one else here.
So we're not actually ruling over anyone, really. Just the magical construct people, right?
Sarknir attempts to. That is true. But it could be again someday. I have already set the server. He takes this personally and begins like defensively explaining to you all the things that he's doing already to start getting the halls like in order again now that he is here.
Well, I mean, the magical constructs are people and you are their leader. Obviously that's important, but
they are not people.
Well, they're something. That seems rather cruel to say they're not.
That is false, Your Majesty.
See, I told you they're people.
Do tell, Servitor.
Are there anything that's attacking you? Any dangers that I should know about as captain of the guard now? Apparently in charge of.
The shadow.
Right. So.
She does.
Well, nuisances need to be dealt with. The shadow beings sound dangerous, though. Are we supposed to vanquish them for you? Is that, more importantly, we have to. The armor, the. Who took the. We're supposed to be thing for the gods, and now we're also in charge of the city. We have to. Did any of you know about Romulus, the deity?
Affirmative.
Okay, Romulus had a set of armor, a number of, and weapons that he had that have been, scattered and have been going missing. We were charged. We have the daggers. The breastplate got stolen. The helmet is still with the right people. We need to
Look,
get. Yeah, that's not good. We need to find the helmet and we need to find the breastplate. We have the daggers. I know that much. Um, essentially, we need to fix that. The whole breastplate and helmet disappearing thing. That needs to get fixed before we can do anything about revamping the city. Well, yeah, but we're gonna have to do something about it once they get here. So that still has to be done. And we still have to get Rafe back.
what is everybody's armor?
Well, that depends. Do I get to count the? Does the armor do anything to my armor class? Make it higher. Okay, so I have 15 now.
Oh, me 3. 15 here as well. One. $13, $12, and $7.
Coming from where?
A shadow in the corner.
That's the shadow creature. Actually, I have the dancing lights up, right? Since I, had put them up to test the
Not in
armor.
the corner of the room.
Um,
In the far corner of the hall.
okay.
Outside the door.
Gotcha. Well, do we roll an initiative? Because I'm going to start running toward them because I'm captain of the guard now, and that's my responsibility. And also, they just attacked us. I'm going to attack them back. I think that would be my first instinct, which we.
Okay. Okay. That's going to be 22 for both. Okay. Okay. Can. Gotcha. Okay. Can the scrying orb track the source of the shadow? Okay. Have it scan the apparition. Alrighty. 18. In what way? So it knows like the end direction. It can just kind of like vaguely point me in the right direction. Okay, it just can't navigate me there. Okay. Is it because it literally just doesn't know the physical path, or are we talking like a different dimension kind of issue? And can it is it because like it just doesn't know how to map the physical like path, or is it because like it's in a different dimension and it literally can't path me there? Physical path. Okay. Can it display can it get us going in the right direction to where we can get to where we can just start following, or do we need to attempt to map this out further to get us going in the right direction? Okay. Does the past leader know? Remember, is the past leader before me, do any of his memories assist with what to do with this? I mean, it killed him. Did he learn anything about it before he died? Okay. I do not seem to be able to track this back to its source. It is somewhere on this plane. Yorick, can you perhaps sense its magics?
Maybe. Well, let's see. I don't have much in the way of skills that can do that, but let's see what I can do. I was just going to attack it. You can see I'm already halfway. York's already halfway through. Like he's halfway through the somatic component of Ice Knife, like a
nice
boosted level Ice Knife, just because. But he kind of. Oh. Ooh, actually, I'm not going to do that. But I good to know that I can add sorcery points.
Now an experimental stabbing.
Yeah. I kind of stop. Track get. Well, I could recast detect magic, and that might. But they might attack us again.
The shadows themselves are not the source of the problem. We need to track it back to its source. It is perhaps that it is from a living creature, in which case you'll know perhaps you could help. I would certainly welcome your assistance.
Okay, I'm gonna cast, if... I'm gonna kind of turn to Sorknir. If it attacks us, though, we're... I think we go toward the shadows, right? So I'm gonna start moving toward the shadows, because that's... It came from beyond the shadows. Toward the shadows is the right direction. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Just anything magical glows, because whatever it is beyond the shadows is probably magical. And that's the best bet I got in terms of tracking anything. other than footprints. But like, we're not in ice and snow. There's no footprints around in the snow, so that's my survival. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna start with detect magic. I'll swap the spell. Anything that's magical will glow, which it might be this entire city because of how magic is a thing. That might be, but we'll see how it goes. A ways away, as in
shadow at the end of the hall.
Gotcha. I'm gonna start running toward it. Just booking it as best I can. I don't have any, so it would be an action to cast detect magic. So I can get, if you want to know specifics, I can get 60 feet if you're gonna shift into tactical.
Initiative? No, we're not shifting into initiative.
Okay, well I'm just gonna start sprinting toward it as fast as plot allows.
Agreed. Then Sorknir takes off after York. Nice.
Would be a
So
dexterity
saving throw?
Would be the closest I can think of.
Acrobatics, athletics, I don't freaking know. I can't remember which one.
Probably acrobatics. Whatever it is, I got a 5 on the dice, or on the die, so whatever it is, I fail at that. It hits me. Whatever it is.
Twins. Which takes me to I rolled a 5 as well, so my is a 6.
Roll 2 20s for the DM.
Ah. 10 and a 14.
Yep.
Yep. 10, 14. 10 and a 14.
Cool. It's coming from behind me.
It's literally the axe that was not grabbed.
Right. That means it's coming from behind us because we went forward.
Yep. Yeah, pink off the back. Indeed. Have you found anything out about them from holding them so far? What? Sarknir takes a large step away from the now bear.
Actually,
One of those,
Yorick
like,
is kind of going to do the opposite. It's going to try and I don't think catching the bear is not going to happen. But Yorick is like, if Yona goes flying as a bear, I'm morally obligated to try and catch her as a bear. It's going to end badly. I'm still morally obligated to do it. So, goodbye stance. Let's see what we can do. Hope it doesn't happen.
Sarknir, looking at the two of you together.
Okay.
What kind of tether do you sense?
All right. But I'm gonna keep running, right? Because I can see. I can detect magic lasts up to 1 minute. So for a moment, I think we have like half a minute left, and I can cast it 1 or 2 more times. I have a few slots left, so I'm just gonna keep running.
Does the detect magic allow Yorick to see these tethers at this point?
That's a good question. Does it?
They're very microscopic traces, so I am unsure.
All right. Fair enough. I'm not worried about that either because I know they're there. I am more.
They're like the arcane threads are so small they kind of blend into the background magic. That's why it wasn't noticed before.
That tracks. But I'm still running straight toward whatever it is that I can see because I have limited time with this ability, and this is our chance. We grab.
Yeah, you are heading right for a wall.
Okay, and whatever it is beyond that.
Technically, yes.
All right, and what can I see?
It is, well, the magic you're sensing is coming from the shadow that is being cast on that wall.
Gotcha. All right, so
from somewhere far away.
From somewhere. So it's coming from the
somewhere
shadow.
Else in the Undercity, but you can't see where exactly the other end of the magic is.
Which is.
You can just tell that there's something on the other side of this magic.
On the other side, but it's using the wall as a focus, sort of. It's using the shadow as a focus.
Yeah, the shadow is like an exit to a tunnel.
Uh-huh. So
so it's like a viewing port, but also a way to throw said axes.
So it's from beyond. It's coming out, not. Which means we might be able to use the shadow as an access to point to what's beyond, or does that seem like a plausible thing we could do, or is it more complicated than that?
50, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
50-50 shot. Okay. Walls are painful, but if it can go through, I'm going to have to try. So my plan is I'm going to skid to a stop and gently bump into the wall, and that way it'll defray the momentum if I hit the wall. But if I go through, I'm going to hit the wall, but I'm going to be slowing down at that point so that I won't hit that hard. And if I do go through the shadow, I will keep going. If I hit the wall, I just won't hit that hard, and shake it off. Bruising. I got this. That's my plan. Get to a stop and hit the wall, just not as hard. That's my plan. And if I hit the shadow and if that acts as a portal and I can go through, brilliant. If not, well, I didn't hit the wall at full speed. So, you want me to do that?
Yeah.
So now we know for sure whether I can go through or not, because it's either I'll hit the wall or I don't. Uh-huh.
So it's like you could, but there's something blocking you.
Alright. Interesting. It is a portal of some sort, but there's something blocking me directly on the other side. That's frustrating. Okay,
There's something blocking us. Let's see how it deals with 1,200 pounds of fur.
you're just gonna... yeah. Just gonna try to charge. If it's magical, that's not gonna help. If it isn't magical, you're big. It'll crash right through. And bears can tank damage, so yeah, very good plan. I'm gonna stand aside and let the bear charge.
Yeah.
As much ahead of steam as she can and try to plow straight through.
Crap.
I mean, we might bounce off. I mean...
No, I said, oh crap, because you guys went roboty, so I didn't understand a single thing you said, Lee.
Okay, perfect. So, can you hear me now? Or do I have to... Okay, so basically, Yelna's plan, such that was to charge straight into whatever barrier that's stopping me from going through the wall properly. Or through the shadow portal. The idea is that if it's magical or whatever, it'll crumple and Yona will be hurt, but as a bear, she can tank damage. If the barrier has any kind of physicality to it, a charging bear might break it. I mean, charging bear breaks a lot of stuff. So the idea is either it's the barrier that's stopping you from going through is either physical and breaks with charging bear, or is magical and does not break and bear is hurt, but not that hurt because bear. That's the plan.
Okay. So you want to go berserk?
I think, sort of. The idea is, whatever it is, if a charging bear can't break it, we need to take it seriously. And if a charging bear can break it, then we can go through.
Alrighty. 90. Okay. $90.
DM's call, I think. As long as it's consistent. I think there's
Yeah.
probably a ruling, but I don't know what it is, so I would say DM's call.
Ouch. Yeah, you tend to round down on damage.
I was gonna say, if a charging bear is not gonna break it down, I don't know what will.
Is this now something that the orb can analyze?
I'm gonna need you to make Arcana roll, Sarkir, and Yorick. Could you please roll a D100 DM roll, please?
A D100. Me. Okay, sure.
Yes.
Let me get
17.
Here's a D100 set.
Okay.
Alright, you're using the crackle red die. I got 89 for the D100 roll, so
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any way that it has figured out to disrupt it. Okay. Okay. Do we know where the totem is that we can go shut down? Okay. Okay. Can I detect?
another one. Alright, I'm gonna roll the same.
I need you to roll a D100. This
For
is
me?
a flat D100.
Okay, not a GM roll. In which case, I'm not using these dice. I'm using what's good? This set. I think will help. Maybe. 36. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Okay.
Sorry, does one of them look like the hand axe that I had when I took that I couldn't take because it turned into...
The hand axe that was in the arm of the chair is actually hanging off the tip of the armor.
Gotcha. Good. Slightly above my other hand axes. Okay. Got the magic one, and then the regular one's just below. Okay.
Yeah, it's hanging off the bottom of the cuirass kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, good. That is good. I don't know what to do with it, but because it doesn't seem like we can damage this barrier that's keeping us from going into the Shadow Realm, but it's good to have.
Who has the highest modifier for Arcana? Between the three of you.
Probably Sorknir at +6.
Okay.
Yeah, Sorknir's the one who knows stuff.
So can Sorknir detect the other end of this tunnel then to help us figure out where to go, or is this so magical that it's only reachable, like it's only reachable from this end to get to the other side, kind of thing?
That is weird. Okay. Good to know it can do that.
Does the axe fly through the field? Well, I suppose there is one thing left to try. And Sorknir turns around and looks at Iolna in the bear shape. Maybe try walking calmly through?
Yeah.
There are still 2 axes on this side of the field.
Can I just
Go
and
Go ahead.
grab them before they do anything?
The other one is the one that hit Yorick.
They went through the field now.
Okay. Can I grab the one that hit me? Before it can... Yeah, I'm just gonna grab it. Does it... Just so I have it.
You go back down the hall and pick it up.
Yeah.
Is the handle long enough for both Yorick and I to grab that hand axe?
I would imagine so.
Yeah, because usually hand axes you can hold them with 2 hands if you want.
I do appreciate your sacrificial offer, friends. I can assure you, I am no more eager to
ride
a creature than you are to bear a rider. Sorknir gripping just white-knuckled around the hand axe at this point, just scratches his head above the circlet, of course, so now he has to kind of arc to get up at it. That is... I did not expect that idea to work out. With that, he looks towards Yorick and shrugs and nods and kind of gestures that they walk forward towards the wall itself.
Once we're past there, I know Iona doesn't like us being on her back, so I'll hop down.
We're not on her back now. Because
okay,
we grabbed the axe, we didn't have to.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh.
So everybody wins.
I wouldn't have assumed that had anything to do with it. But, huh. Okay. Interesting.
It's not that I dislike the idea of carrying people, it's just that it's not a bear thing. If I were a horse, I wouldn't care. I could ride all day, it doesn't matter.
Huh. Okay. Fair enough. I'll kind of pet Iona's snout a little bit, and then we're gonna... now what? Also...
Did we pass through the barrier okay? Okay.
Alright. Good to know. It is just about 6. And that's when we usually end. So, or 5.
The cliffhanger is...
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a really good place to end.
In the middle of a magic circle.
Wait, we're in the middle of a magic circle?
No, Rafe.
Oh, Rafe is.
Rafe is. Oh, good. We have Rafe in the middle of a magic circle.
Literally wrapped in chains, floating in the middle of a magic circle.
Okay, this is good. Now we can rescue her. That's our next rescue mission. Is rescue Rafe, who is here.
Not what I would call good.
No, but I mean, it's better than not knowing where Rafe is. Like, now we know where Rafe is, we can commence rescue operations. If we didn't know, we couldn't.
It's gonna be interesting. With Rafe restrained.
Alright, and the next should be somewhere around the 4th of July. It's the first Saturday in July, where we all gather, and it'll be...
I don't think it's the 4th.
Quite possibly, given how...
It's the 6th.
5th. The 4th, the 5th. Minor fall, major lift. Okay. So,
6th, I'm afraid.
It's the 6th.
It's the 6th.
Okay.
Dang.
So it does not interfere with Independence Day.
Yes. Actually, fun fact, there is an average of one Independence Day every 6 days across the world. Because England did a lot of... Yeah, average of independence from England. Yeah, independence from England once every 6 days around the world. Some more than others, because Canada Day is just before U.S. Independence Day on the 4th. I don't think... but... Which I know... No, she's in Minnesota, not Canada. She's south of the border. Okay. Soon, we will gather us all in. In the meantime, why don't... I don't know if the name tags, but why don't we all go around once and... and is there any of you want to raid?
At your pleasure.
Yeah, if anyone has anyone they really want to raid, or anyone in chat has a really good suggestion. In the meantime, why don't we start with our DM? Is there anything you want to plug or push?
KOS.
Okay, sure. Keep our secrets. Fair.
Because
Master did technically have a gendered history. Agreed. And I don't... it doesn't have really a... it has that gendered... It has that freaking... I could rant about the masculine... I'm not gonna rant about it. Keeper of Secrets is a good title. So...
What added with the word dungeon?
Dungeon Mistress. I mean, I think it's a vibe. But or game mistress. But, you know, Keeper of Secrets works too. You get to pick your own title because you're in charge. So, Keeper of Secrets.
Happy Pride Month, everyone. Hope it's a good one for everybody. You will be able to see me here next month, as we were just talking about, on the 6th for the exciting next chapter of this adventure. And keep moving this along and down to nobody.
Very cool. I am getting a link for that. In the meantime, my name is Lee. I am available. I'm on Twitch. I'm on this channel on the one Wednesday per month, and the occasional one Saturday per month, and the occasional one shot. Wonderland Complications is suspended for now until we find more players. There is a link to our Patreon in the chat if you want to click it and make it easier. Yeah, I'm lhawk99 on Twitch if you want to follow for me rambling about tabletop RPGs and making way too many characters, who then get into shenanigans and the occasional rogue trader game, because Warhammer 40k is fun. That's it. I don't have anyone looks particularly cool for rating, so I would say, yeah, thank you all for coming. We will see you, I believe next Saturday is the second Saturday of the month, and that is, I want to say either Small Gods or Light of Cinders, one of the other wonderful tabletop RPGs that we have. Small Gods, yeah, that's the one Jen runs, right? And that's the Pathfinder one. I've actually watched some of it. It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. So that's a cool thing. Same time, same bat place. Hopefully.
Hey, that's my thing. Same time, same bat place. Next month on the.
Alright, so next Saturday, come to this channel on Tuesday for the Mutant Furries in Ontario, and on Saturday for the Small Gods with Jen, who plays Rafe usually when she's not running that. Thank you all for coming. Take care of yourselves. Happy Pride, and I